Hi everyone, it's Kara here from Boho Berry, and today I just wanted to walk you through something that's been requested a lot lately, and that is for me to do a mandala tutorial. So I wanted to show you guys how I get everything set up. So I will do that first, walk you through the supplies, and we will go from there. Let's do it.
All right, so first let's start with what supplies you're going to need. The first thing you're going to need is paper. I like to use this sketch pad. It is by Beinfeng. I don't know how to say that, but it is drawing paper. It's acid free. It's 70 pound, 114 GSM drawing paper. It's 11 by 14. I like to make mine nice and big. As you can see, this takes up pretty much the whole page. And besides that, the main things you're going to need are a pencil. I have here a Blackwing Pearl pencil, which is one of my favorite to sketch with. I have my Staedtler pigment liners. I have these in a 0.3, 0.5, and 0.7 millimeter. I like to use varying line weights in my designs, so those help me with that. I have a regular plastic eraser here for erasing my pencil lines at the end. I have a compass, and then I have a protractor to measure out degrees of a circle. I also have a long clear ruler. This is by Artist's Loft, and it's pretty awesome. It's really great. It's see-through, it's flexible, and I love it. All right, so let's get started.
So the first thing I'm going to do here is find the center of my page, and then I'm going to draw a series of concentric circles with my pencil and my compass. And a lot of people will measure out the size of their circles. I prefer not to do that. I like everything to kind of build organically. So I pretty much just start with a smaller circle and then work my way out from there in various widths. I'm drawing these lines a little bit darker than I normally would, just so that they show up a little bit better on video for you all. So as you can see, some lines are thinner, some are a little bit thicker, and that will kind of help to determine what my mandala will look like when it's finished, which is kind of cool. It kind of grows on its own, which I really like. It gets a little fiddly sometimes, but you know, you work with what you got. And then I felt like I needed one more tiny little circle, so I'm putting that in there as well. Again, a little fiddly. And then the next step is to draw a line through the center. And for that, I'm going to use my flexible ruler. And I kind of square that edge off with the top of the paper to make sure that my line is straight up and down. And draw that one in. And then I do a line perpendicular to that as well. This ruler comes in handy for that because you can line up those vertical lines with your line on the page. Make sure you get a nice perpendicular line. And now I'm going to go in with my protractor and mark out some of the angles. I like to mark out the 45-degree angle, and then I try to figure out the center point between that and the main lines that I drew. And what this will do is essentially divide each quarter into 4 equal areas, which is really helpful. Sometimes counting is hard. Alright, and then I'm just going to draw a line straight from those marks that I made through the center of the circle, and I'm going to draw the line all the way across the circle. And you'll see that that will create all of the guidelines that I'm going to need throughout this process. This is where the clear ruler really comes in handy because you can really see what you're doing. When I first started making these mandalas, I was using a wooden ruler and it was so hard. I would have to lean completely over the page just to see where I was drawing that line, and now I can do it kind of from a distance and not have to worry too much, and I know that I'm getting the line exactly where I want it on the page. And then you'll see I've basically divided this circle into 16 equal sections. And then I'm just going to come in with my pen. Every now and then I will try to sketch out some ideas with pencil, but for the most part I just come in straight with my pigment liner. This is the 0.3 millimeter Staedtler pigment liner. And I'm just going to draw in a cute little flower in the center. And normally when I'm doing this, I actually spin my page around, and what that does is it helps to draw all of your lines the same for each repeat, but I'm basically repeating the same pattern 8 times around the circle. And when you spin your page, like I said, it really helps to keep everything even and the same all the way around. So just forgive my shakiness. This is actually really hard to do without spinning the page. So a few of my lines are probably going to be wonky throughout the video, but just bear with me. So here I'm just completing the circle around the center flower. And then I'm going to draw in some flower petal shapes around the outside of that. And again, I'm going to repeat this shape 8 times around the entire circle. And from this point forward, I am going to fast forward the video a little bit. That way this is not an eternally long video, but you've got the idea of the basic setup and the idea of repeating the pattern 8 times around. So I'll let you watch through, and then I will meet you again at the end of the video. Alright, now I'm coming back in with the 0.7 millimeter pigment liner, and I'm just adding some heavier line weights to certain areas of the mandala. I think this adds kind of some dimension and helps certain areas to stand out, which is kind of nice. It's totally optional, of course, but I like to do all of my mandalas in black and white, so I find that the extra line weight really helps them to look more like a finished piece. And that is the finished mandala. All I'm doing here is just going back in with my eraser and getting rid of all the pencil lines, and it will be a completely finished piece. And I wanted to let you all know that I am offering this mandala this week as my free coloring page that I send to all of my email subscribers. So if you like to color and you like my designs, I do send a free mandala coloring page with each and every newsletter that I send out, and that is twice a month. So I will leave the link in the description box below. If you want to sign up for my newsletter, you will get one of these every other Friday in your inbox for you to color. And I'm going to leave you today with a little slideshow of a few of my different mandala designs, just to give you an idea of all the different things that you can do with these mandalas, the different patterns that you can create, and you can actually just get super creative with it. So thanks for watching, and I will see you all next Friday. Bye!